Hello and welcome to Theatre.Reviews with Paul Severin. I'm here at the Harold Pinter Theatre to see The Years. The Years was originally booked by a Nobel Prize winning French woman called Annie Ernaux. It was adapted by a Norwegian woman, Eline Arbo, who directed it while working with a Dutch company. She's now brought the production to London in an English translation by Stephanie Bain. And there were moments when I wondered whether the story of an ordinary woman's life was worth all that pan-European effort. But in the end, it was the acting of these talented women that sold it to me. Keep watching and I'll tell you what it was that made this story of an ordinary woman extraordinary and what didn't. But first, please like, comment and subscribe. All the actors have familiar faces. Deborah Findlay, Gina McKee and Romola Garai have appeared regularly on stage and screen for, well, decades. Anjli Mohindra and Rose-Bremner are young up-and-coming actors who are already building big reputations. All of them have the same ability to convey characters through the subtlest of gestures and expressions, and to communicate with confidence when they're centre stage. And these are qualities essential to performing in this play, where the actors played the same person at different stages of her life, and then the rest of the time take on the multiple other characters who are part of her story. Rose-Bremner is Annie as a child, fascinated by the family around her. Then Anjli Mohindra takes over as the joyous adolescent, discovering, among other things, masturbation, which I have never seen performed so enthusiastically on stage. In the other half of her life, as the middle-aged Annie, Gina McKee, with her trademark knowing smile, observes a new generation of adults and has the maturity to enjoy her own life more, especially the sex. Then in old age, Deborah Findlay takes over as the ultimate storyteller, looking at the present and all that has happened with a benign smile. If anyone could be said to take the honours in this masterclass of acting, it would be Romola Garai, who takes on the mantle of the fresh young adult, learning about the harsh realities of the relationships. And I'd advise, if you're planning to see this, try and see it before she leaves the cast. It is quite an epic, taking a provincial French woman from childhood to old age. What happens to her is typical, really rather than exceptional, except that the lives of ordinary women are rarely told on stage or anywhere else for that matter. It gains additional force from being told against the background of the second half of the 20th century. In other words, it's the story of our times, or depending on your age, the times of your parents and grandparents. So we run through the amazing changes from post-Second World War austerity to the growth of consumerism, 1960s rebellion, the sexual liberation encouraged by the pill, the triumph of free market capitalism, the beginning of a new millennium, and 9/11. Lists of brand names and new consumer devices like the Walkman form a motif throughout the play. The woman's first seen as a young girl, the youngest in the family, and ends up a grandmother, the oldest. In the course of the play, she discovers her sexuality, has non-consensual sex, an unwanted pregnancy, babies, a divorce, more pleasurable sex, copes with teenage children, and becomes an empty nester. The exploration of a life from it all being ahead to it being behind is fascinating and salutary. Deborah Findlay as Annie describes, and I think I'm quoting this accurately, how when she dies her memories will all vanish at the same time, like the millions of images that lay behind the foreheads of the grandparents, dead for half a century, and of the parents, also dead. And one day we'll appear in our children's memories, among their grandchildren and people not yet born. Some of the events are upsetting, such as a harrowing illegal abortion. The play was stopped the night I was there because a member of the audience was taken ill. Some are funny, as when they join in doing stretches with varying degrees of success as part of a Jane Fonda-style fitness session. But in itself, I felt this is not enough. Not because it's about a woman, but because the ordinary, particularly a cushioned middle-class life, is just not that interesting. It can be. I mean, even the most ordinary life has conflicts, challenges, threats, difficult relationships. But in this story, such things are deliberately played down. It's partly the way of telling this trip of a lifetime. An actor describes what's going on even as it's happening, and with the characters around her almost anonymous. So we're anaesthetised from the drama and from involvement. Where it gains for all of us, male and female, is in the story of time itself and the way our memories remain with us, making the past always present. And that's reinforced by all 5 incarnations, in the form of the actors, remaining on stage throughout. Another motif is the taking of a photograph that holds one moment in time for a lifetime and beyond. The story might still be a trifling thing, but for the performances and the creative elements of the production. I mean, the actors are all at the top of their game. They wear roughly the same costumes throughout and have few props, but because they speak with passion and mime so convincingly, we believe they are school children, disco dancing, naked in the bedroom, and so on. In Juul Dekker's sparse set, white cloths that represent the background to the photos are rolled up to act as a baby or become a tablecloth and end up, having been stained by wine, blood and other fluids of life, hanging as the backcloths to the life we've witnessed. And then there's the music. Harmony Rose-Bremner and Romola Garai sing beautifully and add extra depth to the moods of joy and sadness. I don't think the play carries the weight it aspires to, but the acting more than makes up for that. I give The Years 4 stars. I hope you found this review interesting or at least useful, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to read my reviews and my roundups of other critics' reviews, including of The Years, then please go to my website, Theatre.Reviews, and you can add your own comments there. You can also follow me on various social media, including Instagram, Threads, Mastodon and Blue Sky. Thank you for watching.